Sunday. Happy International Women's Day, aka Chaka Day. For those of you that are familiar with the song I'm Every Woman by Chaka Khan. I think that song actually came out in like the 70s, but then Whitney Houston redid the song in like, what was that? Then Whitney Houston redid the song. I'm not really sure when, but I swear to you, they never make noise until I start streaming. Like literally, I never hear them. It's so weird. But also, you know what I noticed? Maybe they have like a kid or something, because it happens. It seems like it is on Sundays that maybe they have some special duty they have on Sundays. It's like, it sounds like not like running, but like stuff that like an adult wouldn't be doing. You know, like a lot of energy going on up there. But yeah. International Women's Day, Chaka Khan Day. I was gonna play the song, but obviously, if I got TOS for a mix that was supposed to be royalty free, I don't want to even risk it for the biscuit. Don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Oh, this, can you see her hair, by the way? I think I mentioned this in my last stream. How like some of it is long and some of it is short. Can you see that? So annoying. Like, bruh, you had one job. Oh well. Yeah, so what's going on with me? I'll give you a little catch up. I'll probably talk this whole stream because it's just a stretching stream, and as you can see, I'm awake. It's daylight saving, so technically it's 9 or 10 o'clock. All my clocks are still not, they're not changed obviously because shit just happened. And because I didn't go to sleep, I was looking at my actual clocks, like not at my phone, and so I'm like, oh, I got time, you know, no big deal. And then of course I go to plug my phone into the charger and look, and it says it's 10:06. I was like, oh fuck. But thankfully I was already awake. So basically, if you've been following me on my TikTok account, I have been very under the weather, not sick. So I think, okay, so like the last time I streamed, or the time before that, like I kind of messed up my sleep schedule, and it usually takes me like one day to reset, right? And I just have to like either stay up or go to sleep like for a longer period of time. And so I reset myself, and I was good after that. Like it only lasted like a day. She's not gonna let me stop scratching her now because she's enjoying this too much. Go. I'm not scratching it anymore. Anyways, what was I saying? I can't remember. What I was saying. Anyways, stretching my ankles right now while I do this. But anyways, it's Sunday. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I reset my sleep schedule. And this is important because this is a wellness philosophy, right? Now, what do I do when my sleep schedule's fucked, and how do I handle it? Obviously, you guys know, like, I do have certain medications that I take for sleep, specifically because my main issue with what I deal with is not being able to sleep, and I can stay awake for days, and I am not exaggerating. I can stay awake for days, and I know I should be sleeping, but it's like I just get more awake and more awake and more awake, right? So I have to like force myself to go to sleep, which is fine. I can put myself on a schedule, but sometimes I'll get like caught up and it's really late, and I'm like, okay, well it's already like 4 a.m., right? So if I go to sleep now, I'm not gonna wake up until like 2, right? Might as well just stay awake. So yesterday I woke up and my sleep schedule was back on, right? Like I was good, everything was fine, doing my thing, and then my stomach starts hurting so bad, and it's because I am on the rag, so I had cramps, and I was just like, shit, like, first of all, I never get cramps because, one, well, I won't say never, I used to get really bad cramps when I was younger, and then I started taking birth control because of my cramps, which is funny that I became a sex education teacher, because it's kind of like how I kind of got into all of that. I got like really bad cramps when I was younger, and crazy bad. Like there were a couple times I had to go to the hospital because it was just like so bad. And I don't know, my parents were probably like, what the fuck do we do, right? Like I don't know, what can you do? But yeah, so basically, I didn't tell my parents this because they were condescending and whatever. But I was like, I'm just gonna go get birth control. And there was like this clinic that I learned about from one of our teachers. And basically, you could go and you didn't have to tell your parents. I like figured out a way to like sign up without our parents finding out, right? And so like I did it first, and then all of my friends were fast as fuck, and it's just part of my life. I think like I have a very like carefree, like open-minded approach to life, but like in sexual ways I'm very much conservative. Like I was like always with one partner and everything as I was growing up, but most of my friends were like actual hoes, and you know, I'm not judging because they're fun, right? We hang out, we're having fun or whatever, but like I got on the birth control because I wanted my cramps to go away, but they were actually like doing the do, right? And so I was like, yo, you guys, like, we can go here, we can get birth control, and all we have to do is give them, we gave them like fake names and like fake email addresses and like fake phone numbers. And so like, I don't know how, I mean, obviously like it's for safety, right? To like protect your rights or whatever, but we would go, and I swear to you, we were like 15, 16, I mean, all the way up until I got all the way through college. Well, obviously once I went to college, it was different, but yeah, we would just go and we would use fake names to get birth control. And I would literally like told all my friends about it, so like we all like got birth control, like free birth control. And that's kind of like how I started learning about all that stuff and like getting more into that area. But yeah, so I like just always had birth control, which really helped with my cramps. And then I got married a second time, and I always wanted to have kids. Like I still hope that that opportunity presents itself to me. Like I told you guys, like my kids are already named, whether or not they become human vessels or not, like they exist. And basically I guess because I was married and my ex wanted to have kids, he already had a kid, and I was just like, you know, I'm not gonna just bust a kid out just like straight away, right? Like I want to like be in a relationship for a little longer, and like, you know, I was still fairly young when we got married, even though it was my second marriage. But he was like wanted to baby trap me so bad. I'm so glad that I just didn't want to have a kid at that time, because like I wanted to have a kid, I just didn't want to have a kid at that time. Like he would have baby trapped me, bruh. And he tried. Like at the very end of our relationship, I decided to get off of I was like taking like a pill or something like that, and or no, I had like the ring, and like, you know, the ring, you can like take it in, you know, pull it out, whatever. And basically I went to get birth control, like to renew, and I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna get the implant, which is like that little rod that they like insert into your arm. And it's my body, right? I'm on birth control, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I come home, and this is only like a few months before we get divorced, which is crazy timing wise, right? And so come home, and I tell him, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this birth control. And he gets pissed. He's so mad. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even understand, like, what? First of all, what? Second of all, what? Like, it was just so weird. And that's when I realized, like, this motherfucker was trying to baby trap me. And then, like I said, like a few months later, we ended up separating, and I was just like, that's just like the type of person he is. Like he's very much like a, how can I bind you to me type shit. I feel sorry for his ex-wife, his first ex-wife, and his firstborn child. Yikes. But yeah, hopefully the kid makes it and is a good kid. He doesn't deserve any of that. But yeah, so I had that for 5 years, and that was all the way through my 2020 to 2025. So very recently got it removed. So I'm like getting used to having cramps again, and it's like, it's not every time, but when it does happen, and maybe I had cramps like 3 times since I've had it out, and I've had it out for like a year now, but like it really I guess it kind of like caught me off guard yesterday because I was just like not used to it being that strong. So I was sitting like working on something, I don't know, I was like working in my planner, I tried to, and then I just felt like my stomach was hurting so bad, and my back, like my back's been tight all like the last couple days and stuff. I've been like super bloated, like my face is all puffy and stuff. I've been looking at those videos about like taking lymph or like consuming stuff for your lymph nodes, flushing out your lymph nodes and lymphatic drainage and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, like I don't know what like to do at this point, you know, because I feel like I'm just like so old. I don't even like it's not it's not like it's new, but I'm not used to it, you know. So I just took some what's it called? Like ibuprofen, and I had to take like 3, which is like I never like I don't get headaches, I don't need pain pills for anything. So I'm just like sitting there like waiting for it to stop, and I'm like laying on the ground just like literally like trying not to like flex too hard. Like it's not like so painful that I'm gonna cry, but I like literally could not move anymore. And I'm just like I just really wanted to stop. Like I don't know what else to do. Like I know there's something I can do, but just like sit here and wait. And so in the middle of the day I fell asleep on the floor just like waiting for the pain to go away. And then I woke up at like 9 p.m. and I'm like, great, my whole day, like my whole sleep schedule got like fucked again. So then I'm still like not feeling good and like feeling like really bloated and just like kind of like sore. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of like, I mean, if you're a girl, you know, but yeah, basically it was just not a useful day yesterday. But I always become more grateful, honestly, when I'm in a situation like that and I have the freedom and privacy to just do what I did and just like lay down and just like not have to be like, oh fuck, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to call this person, I have to send this email, or like, you know, or worse, be at work or something like that and have to just like deal with it. Cause fuck, man, I literally was just like, ugh. And honestly, like too, it might have been like I was just kind of like feeding into it as well, because I did have the opportunity to just kind of lay out. Because I know sometimes when you're like you feel sick but you get distracted, you don't really remember that you're sick. So maybe that could have happened if I didn't have a job or something. But basically, messed up my sleep schedule. So I spent all of the night awake and listening to TikToks about what's going on in Iran and in Israel, and it's just like a lot of conflicting opinions from all sides. Like I listen to people from the countries that are being bombed as much as I can. I try to get footage from people that are actually there or people that have like closer connections. I don't look at the actual news, obviously, but what I have picked up from the news, or from the people that are talking about the news, is that the news is insane as shit, and they're lying about numbers, they're lying about how many people are dying, they're lying about like all sorts of shit, and then they're getting called out on it, and then they're like, oh, my bad. So like I guess like already like over 1,500 American soldiers have been killed in this support that we're getting, and I guess Trump was supposed to like, you know, address the fucking nation that they're from with their, you know, their fucking one thing that they did for the country, die for the goddamn country, and he didn't even like acknowledge all the people. Like he like gave a different number, and they were like, obviously like that's super disrespectful when you're basically saying like X amount of people's lives didn't count because you don't like the way it sounds. So that's super fucked up. And then I'm listening to opinions from people that are actually in Iran that are saying like they're not supporting the US, that they don't want to be bombed, obviously, what the fuck. And then there's people that are from Iran that live in America and they're like, no, you don't know what it's like there, it's a regime, da 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 da. And it's like, bitch. It was like people that used to live in Iran that left because they didn't like it, saying that it's good that they're being bombed. It's like, bitch, you're not there. Like, if you don't like it, good, you left. Like, you shouldn't be cheering. No, regardless. Like, I'm anti, like, expansion, Israel, whatever the fuck they thought they were doing. but I'm still not gonna be like bomb Israel, because like those are fucking human beings. And at the very least, I want you to remember that we should not want to be retaliated on because of some shit chocolate. Because if America gets treated based off of how they feel about Trump, then we're fucking done, okay? So I don't think that every person in Israel should be held hostage under the fact that they just happen to live in that country when Netanyahu decided to do this bullshit, right? Like, there are innocent people there that they don't deserve to die just because their leader is a fucking cunt, right? Like, they're fucking hostages. They're hostages. These motherfuckers, we're all hostages to these bitches. So yeah, I just like watching that, and then like they're, you know, obviously saying like a lot of the footage that people are showing is not real AI footage, and they're also saying that a lot of the footage that they're showing on the news is old footage. So they're like, oh no, like their systems haven't been messed up yet, and like they're showing like video footage of like buildings that have like already been confirmed like blown up, and they'll like show like another person's video footage of that same area, and it's like demolished or like super fucked up, and they're like, you guys are saying it's fine, but like, you know, it's clearly not. So I've been watching that, pretty much, and just whatever else pops into my random loop on there. And yeah, I fucking love TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was very like skeptical about it when it first came out, because it was like, you know, the thing for the little kids. But I definitely feel like as I get older, and especially as I get older and I think back to when I was growing up and like how strict my parents were about me like using the internet or having like video games and stuff like that. Like, I wasn't allowed to play video games. I'd have to like go to somebody else's house. Like, went to my neighbor's house to watch her and her brother play, and that's kind of how I got into like watching video games, because like I couldn't even play because I didn't have like enough practice time. So it was like, if I tried to play, I wasn't good, because, you know, everybody else got like hours logged and I've got like 10 minutes to go, you know. It was just like, I don't like losing, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, you know. And I don't mind watching people, so yeah. I don't even know how I got on that subject. Oh yes, with the progression of technology and platforms, I really think that people, no matter how old you think you are or how cool you, like, I had some fucking cunt on my LinkedIn. I shared a post from TikTok about like the human experiments that they're doing in the Jeffrey Epstein files. And some random dude, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. He's not following me. I don't know how he found me on my timeline. He's like, this isn't TikTok, this doesn't belong here. I'm just like, first of all, LinkedIn police, I don't know how you found me, right? Like, I'm not talking to you, obviously. As I just like literally like, bro, like, if you look at the content in this video and then you look at my actual description of my fucking resume, all my experience, my work experience, and the description of what I'm trying to do, not only is this fucking verbatim what I want to do, but it's also 100% aligned with the shit that's going on in my actual life, you stupid bitch. You know, and so I was just like, maybe it's not relevant to you, and that's why you don't belong on my timeline. Like, I don't know what else to say to you. Like, these are the things that I actually want to work in. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm sorry if you're waiting for CNN to post something about it, but she ain't gonna get it there, bitch. You need to like get out of that mentality of like, I'm older and I'm professional, or like, this is how things are. Like, no, you are using analog. You're using a radio. You're trying to figure out how to adjust your satellite dish to your fucking roof right now. Like, that's what you're doing. Like, you need to fucking get with the times and recognize where the information's coming from, and stop trying to be a pompous dick because you just look ignorant, because you don't have the right information, you don't have the current information, and you're pretending like because you have this title or you have a suit on in your picture that you somehow have this authority to say that the information that's being presented is not professional because you don't resonate with the platform. Like, all you're saying is that you're fucking old and you have no idea what you're talking about. And now, you know, like, thanks for letting me know that you're a fucking boomer and I don't want to work for you. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, who does that? And then even responding on my shit like that, that's some fucking X shit. Like, why would you, like, go get on X and comment on that? Like, I didn't ask you to, what part of what you said is relevant in your life? Are you getting paid for that, sir? Like, it's just so weird. But yeah, so like whatever people say about like, oh, it's for the kids, like no, there's all ages on TikTok. If you're watching this, you already fucking know this, but it's just like the amount of people that are my age, sometimes even younger than me, that I have to be like, you need to get a TikTok. How are you not using TikTok? It's crazy. So I'm just like, if you're not using TikTok, then what are you using? Honestly, like Facebook? Because that shit might as well be the yellow pages, as far as I'm concerned. Like, what? What? Are you serious? Yeah. Anyway, so TikTok. So much information on TikTok. Yeah, I see. It's like running, like little kid running. Yeah, they must be like a babysitter or maybe like divorced parent that has like custody on the weekends or something. Anyway, my body is super stiff, and it's probably gonna be that way because of everything I just said. Okay, so the kitchen is over there, and her food is over there, and she just grabbed some of her food and then like brought it over here and like starts chewing it in front of me. Like, I'm not going anywhere. She just wants to make noise on the camera. And oh, this does feel nice though. Sitting on the floor, because I'm not working right now and because I'm not moving around, I'm staying inside, trying not to get fucking murked by a loser that can't stand seeing someone do anything other than them. Basically, like, I feel like I'm getting soft, like, quickly. So, my stair stepper doesn't get here until like the end of the month. And I do still have my gym membership, but still want to cancel it. I just don't use it. That's the problem. It's not like I think the gym is bad. I'm just like, it's like a waste of money. I said like, oh, it's not that much money. But then like after a year of going not like 0 times, it's like it's still just a waste of money. Like it's like over $1,000 for nothing. Like what? But yeah. So I don't know what's about to happen, but I think I'm gonna try. I should be like, yo, you told me you were gonna cancel it, but I know they're just gonna be like, where's the proof? Because he didn't give me a receipt. I didn't get an email. Like I was like, I walked in. They're like, no, you didn't. I know it. So I was like, I have to go back and do it again, and then hear what they say about it. This is like sliding off my head. So I didn't want to do my hair. Cause I just feel yucky. I'm sorry if I look gross. I feel like I've looked gross for like the last few days. I was like, I'm just gonna. I like turned the lights off and just had the dark, like these lights on in the background, so you can't like see how fucked up I feel in the videos. I'm just like literally like, bleh. Like I'm not gonna throw up, but I just feel like, And this isn't common, it's the thing. Like it's just like for whatever reason right now. Maybe it's because the blood moon. Maybe that's significant. I honestly don't know. But yeah. What else is going on? I feel like it was raining today, but it's it's gonna be a 7 p.m. sunsets now, right? Is that starting now? I think that starts now. Ooh. Look how much lower I've gotten though. Can you see? I can put my head on my shin. Switch sides. Oh. But yeah, I'm so close to the beach now compared to where I was. I feel like once it gets warmer, I'm definitely gonna try and be one of those people that actually runs up the hill. It sounds awful, but I know that once I can do it, it'll be a really easy way for me to just get it in, you know, like hop down to the beach and run back up, and it's done. Because I like routines, like you guys know, I don't have to think about it. It's muscle memory, and it's just like a very like brainless thing. So it's just like, oh, like I'm gonna go for a run, and you have to think about like, which way am I gonna run? How long am I gonna run? Da 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 da. Versus just being like, I'm gonna run there and back, right? So now I have like a there and back point because it really is just straight down the hill for me, but it's like a windy hill. It's just one road. So, yeah, I think it'll be all right. Still don't know what I'm gonna do next though. Don't ask me. I'm just taking it one day at a time while also not trying to stress myself out because what's the fucking point anyway? What's the point anyway? Also, like, is the economy crashing? What's going on with that? I kind of feel like someone said the stocks are going down. I don't want to talk about my accounts online, but my shit ain't looking too good. And I'm not saying anything else other than that. I'm gonna wait to the very last minute to pay my taxes. I'm gonna wait to the very fucking last minute. Because if something and the shit freezes or something like that and I paid, I'm gonna be mad. Why is she barking? Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that something gets fucked up with the IRS and we don't have to pay taxes this year. They like give everybody like a fucking 6 month grace period of filing or some shit. I just don't like, I don't want to even have to look at that shit right now. And the thing is too, like, because my job was so fucking shady at the end, like that's how you know that they're in the wrong. Because if I was the person in the wrong, they would have still functioned. They would have been able to be professional. But because they knew they were wrong, they had to treat me in such a way that the communication had to be severed. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't have any issue in my position at all up until the very last month or so, right? With people that had clearly been planning one on me, you know? And then it turns into, you ain't never worked here, you ain't never did shit, you ain't shit, you know? I'm just like, wow, okay, like, so I don't have my pay stubs, like, they won't respond to my emails, like, and I mean, just for simple things, like I said, like, I have my student loan payments are based on being a teacher. I don't have to pay back my student loans if I'm a teacher. I just teach for a certain amount of time and the loans get paid off. So if I lose my teaching job, then I have to resubmit information to readjust my loans. In order to do that, I have to have my pay stubs. Legally, I should have my pay stubs. They won't send me my pay stubs. I messaged them several times. They didn't even respond after the first time. They said, what's your social security number? I gave them my social security number, and these motherfuckers still didn't respond. So it's like, and the thing is, it's like, what is so hard about emailing someone their own financial information? Like, that is your actual job. You don't even have to have a conversation. You just attach the documents, you know? But it's like, I get a lawyer just to be like, can I get my actual shit that you legally are supposed to give me? That doesn't even count my personal property, my intellectual property, the fucking contract. We won't get into it, but you know what I mean? It's just like, come on, you guys. Like, and again, we know this is to make me look like I'm disheveled, I'm irate, I don't know how to talk to people. It's like, you have a job to do. I'm asking you to do your job, and I have to ask you 5 times to do your job, and then explain to you how to do your job since you don't know how to do your job, and then I become the asshole because I've been persistent. It's essentially what it is. Like, over and over and over again. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But it is what it is. I do feel like the truth is the truth, you know? And unfortunately, I still do not understand what people are thinking. I'm glad I don't. I'm glad my mind doesn't work like an evil villain, because holy shit, these motherfuckers. Like, what do you have in your life that's worth what you're doing? Like, are you. I literally can't imagine, like, what could possibly be the trade off? Is there like a fucking giant. And, you know, I've said this before. My grandmother passed away, and I'm almost positive now, especially with the way things played out, that she left me something in the will that I have been kept out of. Like, my dad worked in insurance with my grandparents who owned the insurance company. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I would have no information at all. Like, that's just too shady. There's a whole fucking video recording of her talking. I have yet to see it. Like, that, the very bare minimum, that part, right? But it's just too sketchy. And it's like, when you have a family that worked in insurance and owned an insurance agency, the complexities of filing that stuff and putting that stuff together, like, he could easily, and by he I mean my father, could easily, like, you know, do something to make it so that I would never know, or that it would be really hard for me to find out, because that's what he did. Like, you know, especially with, they knew she was dying too, like, his wife, like, fucking came in like a snake right as she was dying, and be like fucking smelly ass bitch. Anyways, let me go down. Yeah. Basically, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just like, nothing can be simple. I've gotta jump all of these hurdles for all these really remedial tasks just to prove that I am a functioning human, even though, I mean, again, I don't know what people think. Like, yeah, you know, you can't take care of yourself, you are needing assistance, you're not capable of working, you're not safe to be around people, we don't know how you function in the world at all, and yet here I am, 37 years old, doing it my whole life. Literally, like, probably since at least age 12, maybe 11, and it's just like, I've still had people telling me about how I function. It's so strange. It's just so strange. It's very strange. And they're all strangers. That's the thing. Like, even the court records too. I was like, bruh, like, can we just pull up the phone records so you can see how much of a clown these people are? Because they're coming in like, oh, we care about you, we're here to help you, we're doing this for you, we're doing that for you. Like, bitch, we've talked for less than an hour every year. Or, like, you know, like, every year of my life. Look at the phone records. You are a fraud. You are a liar. This is factual information that can be proven. But I have to listen to someone tell me about how much of a great family and childhood I had. Imagine someone telling you about how great your childhood was. I'm glad you were there for it. You know, I'm glad you were there every day, every night. I'm glad you made it to my games. I'm glad you saw me performing, because, yeah, I don't think... Anyway, I'm not bitter. I don't know how I got on this subject. I'm actually in a good mood. But I do feel like it's going to be a struggle to stay awake the whole day. I'll probably try and go to bed early and then just get a good start to the week. Good going. I'm hungry now too. I literally made spaghetti for breakfast yesterday. That's like the weirdest craving to wake up to. And I was just like, I woke up and I wanted fucking spaghetti. And thankfully I already had ground beef like thawed out, which is like not very common. So this feels nice. I did have to do like a really long stretch on my left side the other day. I got just like really tight like feeling on my left side, like my left hip down here. And it started after I used my foam roller, which is kind of like annoying because like my back wasn't bothering me, everything was fine, but I could tell it was tight and I needed to like loosen up my shoulders and stuff more. But then, you know, I got carried away, I started working it down, and I like went all the way down to my lower back and all of that. And it like offset my hips again. So I had to lay basically flat on the ground for like an hour in a certain position to like kind of level it out. And it takes a while, but when I do that, it does feel a lot better. It's time consuming, but you know, gravity is my friend when it comes to stretching. But yeah, for some reason this one feels like particularly nice right now. Oh, stand up. That light looks kind of bad. It's one of those changing light bulbs. Oops, it changes colors. I actually got them on Amazon in like a 6-pack, which they have different kinds on Amazon. Usually, if you look for the color changing light bulbs, they have an app you have to use in order to use the light, and I don't like those ones because I don't want to have a fucking app just to use my light. That's weird. But this one comes with a little remote, so you don't have to fucking attach it to my phone. And then obviously I can turn it on like this. If I want to change the color, I can just use the remote to do it. Or it'll do like strobe or like oscillating. So that's nice. But yeah, right now I feel like I need to go to sleep. Like I'm tired of like the day has just begun. Me and my super grueling days. My hard grueling days. I do want to start using my kettlebell again, I think, this Thursday. I know I said I was going to do Pilates, but it's not Pilates Thursday. It's Body Things Thursday. So Thursdays can really be whatever. And I think I'm going to do some leg work with the kettlebell. I saw some really good leg exercises. And like I said, my legs were looking kind of soft recently. So I kind of want to do that. That's the plan for Thursday. Oh, ha ha ha. It's already been like 40 minutes. That's it, really though? Yeah. Dang. Dang, son. Oh, you guys see that Scary Movie is coming out again? It's like Scary Movie 5. First of all, I didn't even know there were 5. I need to like apparently catch up on more. Not that I even remember all of them that I've seen anyway. It's been so long, but there's definitely at least one in there that I didn't see. I did not know they were on 5. But I saw a little trailer for it on my TikTok. And I think it's funny because I did a Scary Movie skit for Halloween on my TikTok. I did like a Halloween challenge where I did like a costume every day. And they were really like simple, basic costumes. Like I literally like woke up and was like, I gotta fix a costume. I have like 10 minutes. I just like throw something together. Yeah. But I had this like scary like scream mask. And it's like not even a real one. It's like one of those like cheapo ones. And I got it thinking, you know, it was gonna look better quality than it did. But I didn't want to throw it away. So I was like, it's worth like using for the TikTok because nobody's gonna like see it in real life. And I did a Scary Movie skit with it. And yeah, then they're coming out with a new movie, so I think that's pretty funny. I know. I want to pet you, but then you're not gonna let me stop. So no, I'm not gonna because you're not gonna let me stop. Nope, nope, nope. You recognize that she's deaf and she can still hear me. Isn't that cool? It's the strangest thing that she can. I mean, it's not strange when you think about like how animals talk, but it's funny. Oh, this one feels nice. I feel like, is this my regular hair that's coming out? I should just leave it alone. I just feel like I'm gonna look back at this video like I really need to try harder. Like, I know I do, you guys, but like, I just really don't care about impressing anyone with my looks. If you've been following my life at all, you will understand why that is not the kind of attention I care to get at all in life. But I do feel bad sometimes when I look back at the camera, at the VODs, and I'm like, damn, I look bad. I didn't even care at all. Like, Jesus. But like, sometimes I really do, like, I have like 10 minutes to start streaming, and it's like, the most I can do is like make sure that I brush my teeth and my mat is on the ground, and usually my mat's not even on the fucking ground when I start streaming. I have to like bring it in. At least when I very first started in here. I'm getting better, I feel like. And with like the 5 streams and the 3 streams, I should be better. But again, yeah, it's just like, it's this weird dichotomy for me, because I feel like, again, like, I don't want it to be an e-girl, like in any way. I don't want to be an e-girl at all. And so like, anytime I feel like I look like one, I'm like, let me fuck it up, because I just really don't. Like, I know that might sound weird to people that care about their looks, and I'm not saying I don't, but again, it's just not at all the kind of attention that I want. And like, I feel like I have like this totally different mentality when it comes to these sorts of things. Like, I just don't look at it that way. And then someone else will be like, oh my gosh, like, da da da, you know, or I'll look back at something. I look back at a video that I posted on YouTube, and I had like a mega camel toe. And it'd been up for like almost a year. Well, not a year, like a couple months. And I was just like, how come I didn't notice it the first time? I'm just like, dang, like, I really just don't even think about it. I'm just like, I'm sure this is the first thing people think, because like, people do like OnlyFans and stuff. Like, oh, if you're doing yoga, or if you're stretching, or if you're doing exercises on Twitch, like, you must be in the pools category. Right? You must be in the pools and hot tub category. Like, no, bitch, I'm in the baggy sweatpants category. But we don't have all that. Oh, I skipped the other ones. I'm gonna go back and do those. Get some wrist stretches in while I do this, eh? It's a nice little combo. But yeah, I don't know. Time moves fast and slow at the same time. It's hard to explain. But I feel just so grateful. I really do. I just feel very grateful. I feel at peace. Like, I don't think I've been this centered in my life. Like, honestly. Even though everything is messed up, it's messed up because of other people. And I'm not saying that in the like, I'm perfect, I don't do anything wrong way. Like, I just mean like, the things that have gone wrong were not because of something I did. They're because of things that people deliberately did against me. And so for that, I'm not sitting in like pity of like, oh, I could have did this or I should have did that. Like, no, people were just assholes. And unfortunately, they were able to overpower the situation with their privilege, you know. And their privilege is actually putting everyone else at a disadvantage. And they're so selfish that they don't care. And that's really sad. You know. Oh, this one. I hope this does not get TLS. It's a deeper version, so it should be different. Oh, this feels nice. Oh, I need to get my nails done. I don't know if you can see them. Hopefully you can. They're so bad, and I was gonna get them done the other day, but like I said, my bloating and my inability to feel like it's good to leave the house right now. It's just like, but this is bad. I don't think I can go much longer. I mean, I can't. I really can't. This is getting dangerous. I think I told you guys, like, I get my nails done because I have to, not because I want to. So, I'm gonna have to go tomorrow. Oh, this feels so nice though. Oh my goodness. I've been doing frogs on the bed, and two things I've noticed about that. One, it is good to have frog on the bed because it's a really easy way to still be able to look at your phone and stretch at the same time. You know, like just laying there and not feeling like you're like, you know, whatever. It's obviously really easy to just lay in bed or sit on something and look at your phone. But sitting in frog is a stretch you can do. But I've also noticed that because it's a soft surface and not a hard surface, I feel like I'm like not very even. Which tells me like where I'm like resting my weight, but also can put me in bad alignment for stretching and stuff like that. So just something to take note of if you're wondering. If my frog one day, oh, do you hear that? If my frog one day gets better out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, what happened? I try to do that. It's only been a couple days now, but I'm just trying to make stretching like more of a resting activity for me than something I do for stream specifically. And I know I say that. I used to do like a stretch routine in the morning, and then I kind of just stopped after I don't know what happened actually when I stopped doing that, but I was stretching in the morning. I had like a little routine in the morning. I wonder if I should pick that back up again. Okay. Oh, there goes my stomach. I know it's not Mobility Monday, but I'm kind of like working out my left side, like with a little bit of a progression, just so so I can make sure that it's not like extra tight, because it has been. This is like a way to check back and forth versus to just going, I did one side, I did the other. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. What you need, little bean? You just want to stand on the mat with me? This thing is literally just like sliding off of my head. See, my hips are popping. That's a good thing. The pops mean that there's motion and movement, and it's not hurting. Oh, I'm gonna get my nails done. Oh my gosh. Let me do one of these while I'm up here. Oh, that feels so nice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is like one of those stretch catches that it's like relieving, and I don't want to make noises on camera, so I have to pay attention. Stop. This one was so nice yesterday for my cramps. I don't know where y'all get cramps if you get cramps, but laying like this yesterday was like my saving grace. I was like literally just like on the floor, like the hard floor, like, and that actually felt really nice to have like a cold, hard floor and not carpet. It was like something about like being squishy was like made it worse. Like I was like, I need to be flat. So it was like really nice. Oh, but yeah, I was like laying like this. I had like my feet up, like on my little ottoman that I have in my room. And I was just like literally like, next thing I know, I'm waking up and it's dark. And I'm like, and Zoe's laying in the bed, like in the middle of the bed, under the, she's actually under the blankets, which, whatever. She's like in the middle of the bed, just her head poking out. And then I'm sleeping on the floor. She just doesn't sleep on the floor either, honestly. Every now and then she'll move to the floor for like a few minutes, but she doesn't actually sleep on the floor. But you want to put your butt in my face for the camera? Just for the camera. Look at her. She's such a fucking ass. Why are you doing like that, Zoe? I know you want to be petted. I know you want to be petted. But the answer's no. A dog trick, if you want your dog to go away so that it won't ask you to pet it while you're doing something, do something that annoys your dog. Just like with kids. I do this with kids because they don't know until they know. With kids, explaining things with words usually doesn't work because they have no comprehension of the words that you're using. But they understand how it feels. They understand the experience. So if you can replicate a feeling that you're feeling back to them, then they'll go, oh, that's what you mean by that. Which is usually why like the younger kids in the family are the most annoying, because they don't have anyone being annoying to them. Like as soon as you get someone being annoying to you, then you're like, oh, I know what it feels like to be annoyed. That's annoying, and then you're done. When you're little, you just think it's play, and you're like, well, this is fun for me, right? You don't really understand that energy of annoyance until you experience it. And I have a niece that is, well, she was really young at the time that this happened, but she literally like kept pulling my glasses off and like trying to like smack me in the head. And I have my Gucci frames on, like I had just got these new Gucci frames, like my aviator ones, and I didn't even know. She hit me. She like popped my glasses, the frame out of my glasses, and like I was like playing with her, but then it got like annoying. Like she's the youngest. She's like a little kid, like 3, and so she was like, it was fun for her in the beginning. I'm like, all right, ha ha ha, and then 30 minutes later, okay, it's not fun anymore. But she doesn't understand that she's still just having fun. I'm like, like I have that face where it looks like I'm enjoying it, even when I'm not, because I'm not gonna be like, all right, I'm mad now. Like I can't even do that, right? And so I had to do the same thing she was doing to me back to her until she started like basically crying. And that is the moment where you learn. Now, granted, was it abuse? No. It was quite literally the exact same thing that she was doing to me. But it wasn't until she felt the way I felt about it where she learned when it's no longer fun and when it's okay to stop. And those are just lessons you have to learn through experience. And notice, Zoe walked away because I held her in a way that she did not want to be held. Well, if you're training a dog or a child, I'm really good with putting babies on schedules, but to be honest, I have never worked with kids past the age of like 3. When I was in college, I worked in an infant room. So like by law, you have 4 babies per adult. And having 4 babies at once in the beginning is kind of like, it seems scary, honestly, but like, it's really just like routines. Like, oh, you're gonna do this at this time, you're gonna do this at this time. I'm gonna play this song for you, and you're all gonna cry, you're all gonna knock out, like I already know. Or like, whatever, each baby's different, right? But it's just like, you literally just like, you communicate with them through these repetition, through these things. So it's like, oh, I know what that cry is. That's the cry. Like it has a certain sound. Or like this is the specific time that they, have to go to the bathroom. So if they're being fussy, like I already know what's happening. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm talking about that right now, but it is time for me to stop streaming. So I hope you have a good rest of your week. It is only Sunday, so I will see you tomorrow for Mobility Monday. If you're here, it'll probably be a yoga flow. And other than that, until then, happy Chaka Khan Day, everyone.